From The National, this is Trending Middle East. I'm Yasmin Al-Taji. It's Tuesday, February 18th. Here are today's headlines. Israel is due to withdraw from Lebanon today per the terms of a ceasefire agreement that took effect in November. Israeli troops were initially granted 60 days to withdraw from Lebanon's south, where they had launched a ground offensive against Hezbollah. Today's deadline is an extension from January 26th. Israeli forces have remained in parts of southern Lebanon, and its air force has continued to carry out strikes across the country. Israel's public broadcaster said last week that the U.S. had authorized a, quote, long-term, unquote, Israeli troop presence in southern Lebanon, Reuters reported.
So today marks the day that Israel is supposed to withdraw from southern Lebanon after invading about 6 months ago. But a lot of things remain unclear.
The National's Jamie Prentice is following developments from Beirut.
It's understood that the Israelis still want to occupy about 5 positions on the Israeli-Lebanese border in their supposed bid to clear the area of any lasting remnants of Hezbollah and any of its munitions, any of its positions. But a senior source within the Lebanese state rejected any intention from the Israelis to stay. He said that the president, the prime minister, the entire Lebanese state was against the Israelis remaining anywhere in Lebanon.
The deadline comes just after an Israeli strike in Lebanon killed a Hamas commander.
Lebanon has a new president, a new prime minister, neither of whom were the ideal choices for Hezbollah. But it still has a lot to contend with moving forward: financial reforms, having its cabinet accepted by the parliament, and generally rebuilding a country which has been severely weakened by 18 months of war, by Israel's war in Lebanon, but also a financial crisis which first emerged in 2019, and so much more. Despite the fact that the ceasefire has tenuously held, many people have tried to return to their homes, to their villages, and have been shot at by Israeli soldiers. From what we understand, the south of Lebanon is a scene of complete demolition. Dozens of villages have been destroyed.
As prospects for a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine gain momentum, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Riyadh for discussions that seek to end that war and with Middle East issues on the agenda. Rubio is leading a delegation to the kingdom to meet with Russian officials for discussions on a peace plan with Ukraine. The meetings come ahead of a planned talk between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump. Accompanying Mr. Rubio on the trip are Middle East Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Talks on Russia are scheduled for Tuesday. Saudi Arabia has positioned itself increasingly as a mediator in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, leveraging its ties with both sides. More than 150,000 poured into Abu Dhabi beginning yesterday for Idex, the Middle East's largest defense expo. The International Defense Exhibition and Naval Defense and Maritime Security Exhibition began yesterday and will run through the 21st. The National's Nick Webster takes us there.
So Idex in 2025 here in Abu Dhabi appears to be the biggest since this exhibition first launched. Now we have more than 3,300 different products and technologies on show across 41 different national pavilions. Now, around the world, there are 120 different conflicts raging at this moment in time. It shows you just how big this business of military hardware and this kind of industry is. And there's a lot of interest for this kind of technology that we're seeing here on the sidelines of Idex in Abu Dhabi.
That's all for this morning's headlines. You can get these stories at our site. Yasmin Al-Taji, The National.